Okay, so today we're going to be going over the stats for these new Gamma 1, Gamma 2 stages, which are, ooh, to say they're ridiculous is crazy. I mean, it's an understatement. So let's just hop in. Gamma 1, Gamma 2, right? Their stage, it's pretty hard, all right? Gamma 1 right here, he's not that really, pretty easy boss, right? He just raises his attack by 30% and whatever, who cares, right? It's double supers, nothing really too hard when he's only hitting 1.2 million, right? Then the Gamma 1, he's hitting even lighter, and he's just raising his defense, whatever, who cares? Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 here, now, they're a problem, because they double super, right? Their first super is the one that buffs them by 50%, right? They just 50% buff, and it's doing 2.2 right here, and they double super, right? I just said that, but 630 attack, 630k attack, right? I mean, a buff to that, 630,000 times like 1. Whoops, I can't do stuff. That's like hitting over 900k defense, 900k attack, right? I mean, and then they double super and they buff themselves again. Like they're gonna be doing really hard normals, right? They hit very, very hard. For reference, Trunks here, who doesn't buff himself, right? He's only hitting 1.7, right? Now, you are getting to Trunks a little bit earlier, but, I mean, the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 more than make up for it with the amount of damage they do. They hit hard as hell, right? And then they got Gamma, then you got this one, the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 Core Breaker mode, which, I mean, they hit really hard, but this is fodder, man. The actions are predetermined, right? You can't do anything, right? But I mean, if you let them count down 5 million, you're gonna eat that, right? And you're dead. You're just dead. I don't know if there's a single unit outside of Beast Gohan who can take that. And maybe Broly after he supers. I don't know. But point is, but I think he's probably guaranteed because he only does 10 actions per turn, right? So he's probably guaranteed to do it in slot like 3, right? At the end of the turn in his last hit. Just something to think about. Keep in mind that he can be sealed though. So I mean, this is basically, I don't want to say it's a non-threat because he's still doing 690k attack, but it's nothing dangerous at all. And then you get to Gamma 1, who's he's just a typical debuffer. Not the hardest thing in the world. Pretty free, right? Like, this stage it's not like easy, but it's not like, oh my god, is this the hardest stage in the game? Question mark. But I mean, this is just a typical fight. But the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, this is the problem stage, right? This is where probably people are gonna find problems, all the global players. But then we go into this Gohan vs Piccolo, which is probably just the hardest fight in the game. I don't know, it's up there. It's definitely up there. So Ultimate Gohan in turn 1, right? Stuns, attacks that. This is not really a threat, man. It's kind of fodder, right? Like this is nothing, right? 1.1, who cares? Then we get to Orange Piccolo, who's also kind of fodder, right? He seals, which is okay. He can double super, right? Frequently he'll attack right away, and then he'll attack the last boss, your last unit on their rotation, and he'll seal them both. But it doesn't really matter. At least the sealing at the end doesn't really matter, right? Cool. He can't be debuffed. He can't be. Nothing can happen to him. But his attack is really low, right? 380. It's fodder. Then we get to Orange Piccolo, who hits really hard, right? He does a 2 million super attack. I think Vegito in my video got one shot by him, but fair and balanced. 589k attack, but he busted by 30%, so he's doing like 700k normals after his supers, which is pretty decent. And he locks. He's not guaranteed like Trunks is, who's just the most annoying thing. It's just the most annoying thing in the world. But locking is so annoying because it just breaks up your rotations, and then you have to deal with, or you have to pop a Senzu Bean, and it's just a nuisance. But one of the missions for this stage is to not use any items, so you kind of have to, go through it once, and deal with the calamity that it is. But he basically can't do anything. He heals like 1 million HP. It's not nothing crazy, right? But he does hit pretty hard, right? And then we get to Beast Gohan, who, first of all, he's got 120 million HP, right? He is so goddamn, like, tanky. Like, he just sits there and eats so much damage. Unless you're rocking full power Broly, I mean, you're going to be fighting this guy for a minute, man. I mean, LR full power Broly, like, in my video, he just, like, and then he was dead. I mean, but, I mean, that's Broly, right? Broly is the hardest hitting unit in the game, probably. And, I mean, he's buffing himself. First of all, he's doing 700k attack for free. Then he's buffing himself, right? So he's hitting over 1 million. But, in case you thought, you know, that just wasn't good enough, man, he's got this countdown. He counts down once per turn, right? His attacks are predetermined. I actually did not know that. That's crazy. So, yeah, he supers right here. And then he supers right here. So he's guaranteed to double super per every turn, basically, right? Yeah. Because he attacks 13 times per turn, and there's 2 super attacks on attack 5 and attack 13. Beast Gohan, I had Beast Gohan and with his active skill, and he ate them for double digits, because Beast Gohan's far and away the most broken unit this game's. Well, that's not true, but he's one of the most broken units this game has ever released. Like, he's stupid. And then I mean, these super attacks are hitting hard as hell. 2.4, right? I mean, where's Trunks at? Trunks, 2.25, right? I mean, he's just hitting stupid hard, right? Just dumb hard, right? I mean, if you don't have Beast Gohan, good luck, man. Good goddamn luck. I mean, he just hits so hard, man. Like, how are you gonna get through him, right? Like, you gotta sit there, because he's got so much HP. You gotta basically sit there if you don't have LR full power Broly. And I mean, not everybody's gonna have full power Broly. And then you're just trying to, you know, whittle him down, and then eventually you're gonna get caught, even with Beast Gohan, right? Like, Beast Gohan, he'll, you know, attract all the attacks in one turn, and you'll be fine. And then maybe you can pop your friend Beast Gohan, and then you'll be fine. But I mean, if you can't kill him, you're dead. You know, I mean, 120 million damage is a lot to do, right? That's no joke. Is that the most HP in the entire game? That's probably the most HP on a single instance. I mean, on a single phase, on a single boss in the entire game, which is crazy, right? Let's look at Beerus. Yeah, see, Beerus has got 115 million HP, right? I mean, he's no joke. I mean, when you compare him, right? Fusion Zamasu seems like a little child compared to this guy, right? Obviously, you're going against Zamasu turn 1, and he's doing his stupid AoEs, which, you know, just make him forever just annoying ass fight. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think this is really hard, right? It's right up there with Trunks, who I think Trunks beforehand was probably the hardest fight in the game. But I mean, Beast Gohan might have taken it, right? He's no goddamn joke. But yeah, I mean, just look at these, like, baby numbers. 1.75, like, Beast Gohan just does 750,000 more damage, because, you know, why not? Fair and balanced, man. I mean, Beerus still, you know, here Beerus hitting 2.25, you know, just add another 200k on that. How about that? Obviously, Beerus is canceling dodge, which is really annoying, but, you know, well, not really annoying, but it's, like, really powerful. But, you know, it's the only saving grace is that you have a pretty decent amount of time to get to Beast Gohan, right? And the Gammas, you also have a decent amount of time to get to them. But these stages they're really hard. Like, for reference, here's the Mortal Will event, right? 2.345, 100,000 HP, you know? 95 million, 2.1, right? Like, I mean, Beast Gohan just does that, right? You know, he's just a really hard fight. But I mean, if you can, master, like, all of this, like, holy like, I mean, if you can just memorize this whole attack pattern, or you can just pull this up, I mean, you'll know what he's doing before he's doing. It was just kind of annoying. I wish they just kept that, like, you know, this should be, like, the hardest fight in the game, right? I don't feel like his attack should be predetermined, but it's fine. But yeah, I mean, Beast Gohan, no joke. That's gonna do it for me, though. Let me know what you guys think about this new Beast Gohan fight, who's ultra tough, right? Or super hard, right? Where does he stack up to, Beerus and Trunks and Zamasu and all these other hard fights? I think what's his name? Omega probably got kicked out of the super hard fights now, right? I feel like he's just fodder at this point. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for stopping by.